Alrighty, welcome home. I'm your anime manga mom. So glad to have you back. Today, I'm going to be talking about my anime week. I had a wonderful week in watching anime. Uh, let's see. Of course, I already told you I finished Rurouni Kenshin, but after that, I decided I would watch JoJo's. That's something that I had started. I had been enjoying, but I don't know. I didn't feel as connected with the characters, I guess. And so I just look for something else to fulfill that. But since I had finished and I was looking for something good, why not start something good that I had already been on? Anyway, I finished JoJo's Part 1. And funnily enough, Crunchyroll kept like opening and just starting where I had left off. But it started like a couple of episodes back in this case. But by the time I realized I was watching an episode I had already seen, then my husband was interested, and he was even reading the subtitles and everything and laughing about the phrasing and stuff. So I just let it play because any anime win I can get with him, I'm going to take. By the time that he dozed off, I thought, okay, I'll go ahead and I'll give After the Rain another try. So I've been watching it. I finished After the Rain. Um, it's it's still cringy, but especially after it trades perspectives, I really started to enjoy it. Um, Even before that, I mean, I kept going back to it, even though it had a problematic relationship. Even though I was a little sketched out, I was like, there's something about it that I really, really enjoy. It's bright, while so many animes, have such dark tones and dark themes and everything. But this one is very bright and light. You don't get any internal monologue. The characters don't really express how they feel. It kind of feels a little more Japanese in that respect. But the whole time you see stuff happen, hear somebody say something, and then you see the little blush on the cheek, the little emotion bubbles or the emotion sparkles that you see. Excuse me. And then you know exactly what emotions they're feeling and exactly what caused it. And it's just, you really are feeling the feelings with the character. And it really solidifies you, uh, brings you together, bridges that gap. So I was always much more awake and paying attention, even though I had been like, you know what? I finished JoJo's. I'm starting to fall asleep. I'm feeling very, very tired. I put on After the Rain and I'm up. My eyes are open. I'm like, yeah, let's watch this. I can't wait to see what happens. I'm hoping that the 45-year-old guy and the 17-year-old girl do not get together because that's just ew. But I mean, that's my culture, and maybe I'm judging, but it's a little sketchy. Anyway, I try and be open to other people's culture, but that's just a little much for me. Um, Although I have seen some characters that I'm like, bro, I don't care how old this character is, they are worth going after. But this guy just didn't have that quality. Later on, you get to see who he is and what he does and all the stuff you know, behind that quiet and timid facade. You get to see his depth, and that's really great. I love the relationship with her friend from the track team, and the emotions that come from that. And I can see, I don't know, it's really good, the ties that it makes with between people, the emotional connections, the relationships. For that, I think it's a great anime. But for the romantic interest, I have to ding points. You know, um, if huge age gaps trigger you, then this one is not for you. But if you really like emotional connection and all of those little emotion sparkles, then go ahead and check it out. I really was entertained. Also, after I finished that, I started watching Vampire Night, and oh my goodness, I binged it. It was on my For You page on TikTok, and I was like, I had just been talking about how much I like vampires, and you guys all know how much I love anime, so this was a no-brainer. Vampire Night, of course I should watch this. I found it was streaming on Tubi, which is free, and so 2 seasons of Vampire Night under my belt. I really like this. It has all the famous vampire tropes that you know and love. Um, if you like Vampire Diaries and Twilight and stuff like that, this might be for you. Let's see, Kaname. I was messaging my sister-in-law and telling her about Kaname. I'm like, I want one. I don't trust him. He is too perfect. There's something wrong with him, you know. But yes, I would. I'm a big Kaname fan. But there's also another character that really steals the scene, and shout out to what is his name, Hanabe. Hanabe is one that every time he is on screen, he is thoroughly entertaining. I love his character. He is a walking red flag, but you know, um, definitely entertaining. Somebody you'd want to keep in your group. Maybe not just you know, not too closely, but yeah, the other character that's really fantastic is Zero. Zero, and he's got the white hair. He has the cool earrings. He is broken and brooding and tries to play it off like he's, you know, logical and stoic, but deep down he is just this well of emotions that are right under the surface. Um, and he's very, very strong, very capable. But yeah, he's definitely the character that I was watching for. Uh, the ending, it it was not what I would have picked. It makes sense though, but I would have picked a different route. Um, is it gonna make my top 10 list? Probably not, because there was nothing unique, nothing that like changed me. These characters didn't trump other characters that I've seen. So I mean, it's a fantastic show. I love the artwork. It's wonderful. Um, Yuki's eyes are like half the size of her head. She just has the biggest, most sparkly eyes you've ever seen. She is adorable, but it's still it's it's just all the familiar tropes. So if you like those, then you'll love this. Do I recommend it? Yes, I do. It has some weirdness that I don't know how thoroughly it was explained, but it sketched me out there for a while. But anyway, it's vampires. What are you gonna do? Yeah. So Vampire Night, After the Rain, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's what I was working on this week. It was a fantastic anime week. Tell me about your anime week, or what you've been doing in general. I just got some really cheap picture frames. I'm going to try my hand at glass painting. Uh, it's probably going to be really bad on my first attempt, but I figure what the heck. I got a couple of them so that maybe if my son wanted to try one, he could. And so now I'm just going down my list of favorite anime characters that I could do one on. I'm thinking it'll probably be Ichigo, because I love Ichigo. He is fantastic. I wonder who my son will pick. He's a big One Piece fan, so he'll probably pick someone from One Piece, or maybe Seven Deadly Sins. He also likes that one a lot. But yeah. Anyway, if I do get that done, I will show you my work. Um, I'll see if my son will let me show his. But he might not. He's going back to school, so he might not feel like he has enough free time to spend on that endeavor. We'll see. All right. I can't wait to see you again. Let me know what you've been doing to pass your time in your free time to, drive the stress away. Maybe that's reading a good book. Maybe it's doing some art. Maybe it's something like updating software on your game. Just let me know what you've been up to and how your week's been going. And I look forward to seeing you again. So please come back. All right. Take care. Bye bye.